How's it going, everybody? Daner here with North Central Coins, and today I'm taking a little trip down to my favorite local coin shop. But instead of looking to buy, I'm actually looking to sell some stuff today. Now, one of the questions I get asked most frequently here on my channel, and is quite overwhelming, is where to sell your coins. Now, there's a few different places you can sell coins, and I've been piecing out some of my collection recently. What you see before you here probably represents like 1% or less of my collection, but it is quite the assortment of different stuff. Right here we have a 1977 silver dollar commemorative. These usually go for about $12 to $15. Right here I have some sterling silver, a little German dish with some spoons. Here I have some actual numismatic pieces. I have a, what is this, an 1896 Newfoundland 50 cents. We have a Newfoundland 5-cent piece and 10-cent piece, as well as a nice uncirculated 1963. And we have some other silver over here. We have a couple sterling silver proof quarters and dimes, as well as a couple sterling silver half dollars. And then I also decided to throw in a couple uncirculated rolls. We have two uncirculated penny rolls and one uncirculated 1967 rabbit nickel roll, and also a couple little bars of home poured silver, probably about half an ounce to 0.75 of an ounce right there. So we have quite the assortment of goodies. I'm going to see what, if any of this, they are interested in. A lot of the time coin shops only really deal in silver and scrap silver, so they're definitely going to be interested in some of these silver coins, probably the sterling silver dishes as well. Oh, I should also mention that there is a little broken gold ring here as well. Now, I'm not sure what composition of gold this is, if it is even real gold, but I'm hoping that maybe it is 10 carats or more if it is pure gold, or if it is any gold composition, and maybe I can get a couple bucks for this. It's broken and it's just kind of a scrap gold ring, but I'm really hoping maybe I can get some good money for this lot right here, and also it will be a good example of what you can get for your coins at the coin shop. What I'll do is I'll probably keep track of all the money I get for each of the different items, and then when I get back from the shop, I will let you guys know the kind of score we get. I'm basically just trying to get a little bit extra pocket change right now. But if you guys would really like to help me out and support my channel, you can do that by hitting that thumbs up and subscribing if you would like to see more coin collecting videos just like this. And then what do you say? We hop in the car and take a little trip down to Coins Unlimited. Let's do it, guys. Alrighty, day has turned to night and I have returned from the coin shop, and these are actually the items that they were not really interested in. I thought that I would start off with these and explain why they weren't really interested in them and why I could not sell them. Now, we'll start off with this silver dish right here. Now, this was actually sent to me by one of my friends, and I believe that it was an antique German sterling silver dish, and they actually did an acid test on this. They rubbed it and then they did an acid test, and it actually came out as plated. So they did not want to buy this dish, which is very unfortunate because it does have some very hefty weight to it. But my friend did send me this dish, and it is German and vintage and definitely antique. So I will hold on to it. Maybe I'll keep some coins in it. And it is definitely pretty cool. It would have been some good money, especially because of the weight. It probably would have been at least 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces in sterling silver weight. But at the same time, what are you going to do if they test it and it comes out a negative? They definitely aren't going to buy it from you. Now, in terms of buying uncirculated rolls, this right here is a I believe either 74 or 1980 uncirculated roll, and it is an original roll, but it is not an original bankroll. That is usually what gets coin shops excited, as if it is an original bankroll, like Bank of Toronto, Bank of Montreal, Bank of Nova Scotia. So they did buy the other uncirculated rolls for me, but they weren't really interested in this one, at least not for any price or value that kind of validated me selling it. So I decided to hold on to this. And then as far as these Newfoundland coins right here, we have some various dates, and these ones are in nice condition. That's why I was kind of curious if they wanted to buy them for any numismatic premium, but they actually weren't really interested, especially this half dollar right here. They said is a more common date that they deal with quite a bit, so they would have just paid me scrap silver for this. So there's no point in really selling it. This is an 1896, I believe, obverse, I'm not sure. I think it says on this side possibly. but the mintage is 60,000. It's a relatively low mintage coin, so selling it for that kind of price, it is not really worth it for me. I'd rather just hold on to it for my collection, and maybe I can sell it for more online or on Kijiji one day. And then as far as these two, they are pretty good looking. They might even be MS. They have some toning on them, but they are definitely some nice looking Newfoundland coins. Now, it's not that they weren't completely interested in these as much as they just weren't willing to pay a super high premium for them. You'd have to send them in to be graded, and it would actually end up being more costly than it is worth for the coin shop. But what they did recommend is that I actually take them over to Colonial Acres, which is another coin shop in my area that deals a little bit more in numismatic pieces. And they said that they could very well be interested in them there. And if I want to get the maximum amount of money, that's probably going to be my best bet. Or maybe I could list these online or on Kijiji as well and get lucky. Someone might want them for their collection or think they are cool. And this 5-cent piece is particularly nice, and I was hoping they would be interested, but I'm not sure if it would classify as MS or maybe just under, but it definitely has a nice reverse on it for a 1940. And these little 5-cent coins, they get bent and dinged up a lot of the time, and this one, the rim and the actual condition is not too bad. So maybe one day I can get a decent buck for this, but they weren't really interested. Now, what do you say I break down some of the items that I did sell today? Because this is quite a profitable venture. So of all the items that I managed to sell, I accumulated $140. Now right here, I have the basic values for the different items that the coin shop was interested in and purchased off of me. A lot of the time, there is not a whole lot of room for negotiation when it comes to selling your items at the coin shop. They're just going to buy stuff for the scrap melt price, whether it's silver or gold, and that is what happened for a lot of the case here. They did buy some of the numismatic items and pay a decent little bit for them, actually more than I've sold them for in the past, so I will definitely get to that. But first, I sold the two 80% silver spoons for $30. They equaled out to about 30 grams, and they were actually a little skeptical and hesitant about them. They did not think they were legit, but when they tested them with the acid, they actually turned out to be 80% silver, and they were around 30 grams, so I got 30 bucks, not too bad. Now, for that broken ring that I had, it actually turned out to be 10 carats of gold, and it weighed around 5 grams. So the scrap melt price that they paid me was around $30, and that ring was basically just sitting around collecting dust. I was thinking at one point that I might melt it and do something with it, but let's be honest, I'm probably never going to get around to that. So I'd rather have the money in my pocket and be able to show you guys and educate you guys about this process of selling your items at the coin shop. Now, for that 1967 5-cent rabbit nickel roll, I got $30, and I actually sold this on Kijiji. The coin shop would have only paid around $10 for it. They had quite a few themselves. So when I took the trip to the coin shop, it was actually a few days ago, and as soon as I got home, I listed them on Kijiji, and someone was interested almost right away for $30. It was not an original bankroll, but they were definitely uncirculated. So for a collector that is desiring that kind of thing, not a horrible deal. Now, I got $15 for 20 grams of sterling silver proof coins. Now, those were assorted out of what I believe was double dollar proof sets. I bought them on eBay quite a while ago in a lot, and I paid almost nothing for them. So I got $15. I'm not sure. I think there was 1/4 and maybe 4 or 5 dimes. So I took a bit of a hit there, but at the same time, when you want the cash or you need the money and you have these coins sitting around there and doing much for you, you might as well just turn them in. At least your extra stock or the extra stuff in your collection that is not the holy grails or the stuff that you really like. Now this right here is a tiny portion of my collection. I would say this would represent probably like 2% or less of the entire inventory and collection of coins that I have. So selling all this stuff and getting a little bit of pocket change is not the worst thing in the world, at least in my opinion. Now, I got $10 for those 2 sterling silver bars. They weighed about 15 grams. The reason that they are considered sterling silver is because when they tested them with their Sigma machine, I believe is what they used, they actually came up a little bit funky, and they said that they were not testing as 99.9. I'm not sure why that is, because I did use borax in the crucible when I was pouring them. I actually hand poured these bars myself, but they said they would pay sterling silver price for them, so that's what I sold them for, and I got $10. Now, I sold the 3 silver 40% Kennedys for $9. Basically, they pay $3 each per half dollar. Pretty fair. I sold that 1974 mint roll of pennies, which was an original bankroll. I think it was Bank of Toronto. I'm not 100% sure. But they paid $9 for that, which is not too bad at all for an uncirculated roll of pennies. They will probably turn around and sell it for like $18 to $20. And I sold a few of these to my buddy for like $5 or $10 a little while ago. So that is pretty average in terms of selling uncirculated rolls. And then last but not least was that proof dollar in the case. A lot of the time when you buy those, you will pay $12.50 for them. And the coin shop paid me $7, the scrap silver price, for the proof silver dollar. So that came out to a grand total of $140, which is right here, a nice little wad of $20 bills. Now this is basically the trick on how to turn your old money into new money, and this right here probably equals out to like face value $10 or less, maybe even less than that, like $5 or less in face value. And I have $140 cash that I can go have myself a nice little evening with. Maybe I want to go out for a nice dinner, maybe I want to go to the casino, or maybe I want to buy a very nice new coin for my collection or some silver. But regardless of what you decide to actually spend your money on, it is definitely one of the best options when it comes to selling your coin collection is to take it to a coin shop. Coins Unlimited is my favorite shop by far. They have extremely fair prices. They have always been fair with me, so they are definitely a great option. I will leave the link for them down in the description. But I hope you guys enjoy this video and I hope you find it helpful. I'm definitely going to be making more videos on the future on where and how to sell your coins or coin collections. But that's pretty much going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up and please subscribe if you would like to see more just like this. Also, I would like to announce that I have partnered with APMEX. They are one of the largest precious metals companies in North America. They have a website with a massive selection and inventory ranging from everything to bars, bullion, hand-poured pieces. They have New Zealand Mint licensed products like Star Wars, Marvel, Harry Potter. So if you would like to support my channel and also shop one of the largest selections of precious metals and bullions in the world, then just click the link down in the description below. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, everybody, peace out and have a good one.